Okay, hey guys, here we go. I'm gonna be doing my first reaction video. This is going to be a series pretty soon. I mean, a playlist or whatever. Today we're going to be reacting to Wii Deleted You, the Animatic, Part 1, Kyle's Trilogy, Part 1. I am very excited for this. We're not going to be reacting to the full thing. That would cause this video to get very, very, very long. But yeah, here we go. Let's just get right into it. I heard this had stuff to do with like the Friday Night Funkin' Ed mod. Apparently that was based off of this series. So yeah, let's start. We deleted you, the animatic. I'm hyped. I am excited for this. By the Masked Chris. Based on a story by Icy Pie. Kyle's Trilogy. Okay, what's with the sad music? 2006. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh,
the
cool.
year that the 7th generation of game consoles released. Some may think that 2006 was the best year of gaming, but to me, it only exists as a painful memory.
Why?
When that will just not go away. I got a Nintendo Wii for my 7th birthday on November 28th, 2006.
Oh cool.
About 9 days after the Wii launched. I still remember the moment when my dad gave me the present, and then I quickly ripped it open. Wow! A Wii! Thanks, Dad! I said in happiness. After that, my dad had a bit of work to do, and I begged him to help me set it up. And when he was finally done, he helped me set up the Wii in the living room. What surprised me about the Wii is the controller, as it reminded me more of a TV remote.
Oh yeah.
After my dad set it up, he left me the play. And I was going to play Wii Sports, which was the Wii's pack-in game, but something else caught my eye.
Me.
The Me channel. So I decided to open that up instead.
Okay.
But when I got to the Me channel,
It's fine with me.
there was a single Me there. I clicked on him and found out that the Me's name was Edeled. The name Edeled didn't make any sense to me until I looked closely into the letters and found that it was backwards for delete.
Oh.
I took a good look at Edeled. He was bald, with a big smiling mouth, giant eyes, and a small nose. He started to creep me out a bit, so I decided to delete him. I then decided to make a Me version out of me. So I clicked the button to make a new Me, and I named my new Me Kyle, because that was my name, Kyle. But then when I got back to the plaza area, Edeled was back, with the same creepy look, so I deleted him the first chance I got.
Wow.
I was still kind of creeped out, but I just decided to forget about it and just play some Wii Sports. I liked Wii Sports. It was a compilation of 5 sports, and these 5 sports were tennis, baseball, bowling, golf, and boxing.
Okay, seems
I
pretty
decided to play
normal.
bowling since it was my favorite sport. My Me was in a bowling alley with many other Me's, and occasionally I'd see the Me in the lane next to mine do their throw. But about halfway through the game, I saw a bald Me, to be more specific, walk up to the lane next to mine. He threw the ball and got a strike. The Me then turned around to celebrate. But then I saw the Me's face. It looked exactly like Edeled's face.
That's creepy.
I thought I deleted him. I guess I'll just have to delete him again. So I quit Wii Sports and went back to the Me channel. But before I could delete Edeled, something weird happened. Edeled actually started speaking.
Oh God.
His voice was incredibly low-pitched and distorted.
Why are you trying to delete me?
After Edeled said this, I spoke out. What do you mean? I asked in fright. What was I thinking when I said that? Of course Edeled wouldn't hear me, but to my surprise, he did.
Oh God.
Are you kidding me? You know what I mean.
Edeled said with annoyance. I just don't want you in my me channel. You're creepy, and you're just creeping me out. I'm sorry.
Oh really? Me's have feelings too, you know. How would you feel if I deleted you?
Edeled yelled. The screen then cut to static for about 5 seconds, until it cut back to the me channel, with a close-up of Edeled's face.
Oh gosh.
Edeled's pupils were huge, and he had a very angry expression. And as every second passed, Edeled's expression became angrier and angrier. I pressed the home button and ran to my dad. He was on the phone, so I waited for him to finish. Dad, there's something wrong with my Wii, I said in a scared voice. I led my dad to the living room and turned off the home menu, and surprisingly, it looked normal.
I'll just throw it
What?
away.
He was right there, Dad! He was right there! I yelled with confidence. Kyle, maybe you're just playing a bit too much. I think you should go take a break. My dad recommended. So I did. I opened up the home menu again and took a 15-minute break. But as I left the living room, I could have sworn that I heard my dad say to himself, "Oh God." But after 15 minutes, I came back to the Wii and turned off the home menu. And an animation played of my me being deleted.
Huh?
Then a dialogue box appeared saying,
Goodbye, Kyle.
"Goodbye, Kyle." And then the me channel automatically turned off and went back to the Wii menu. I tried to get back into the me channel, but every time I did, a dialogue box would appear saying, "We deleted you," and it would take me back to the Wii menu. I soon realized that Edeled had somehow deleted me in a way so that I couldn't make any more Miis. So that meant, no matter what game I played, I always had to play as Edeled.
Money shouldn't just work for some of us. It should work for all of us.
Oh my God. Okay.
December 5th, 2006. I was sitting in my bedroom. I was bored, and yet still in shock after what happened a week ago with Edeled. Christmas was coming, and I was tired of playing as Edeled in all the games I played. I actually managed to find out about the guest players, but whenever I tried to play as them, they would just reload as Edeled. I tried asking my dad for a new Wii so I can start over, but he doesn't acknowledge Edeled's existence, and doesn't believe me about the whole fiasco. But anyway, I heard the doorbell ring. I ran to the window and saw my best friend Nathan waiting outside the door. I ran to the door and let him in. "Hey Kyle," he said happily. "Hey," I replied. We talked for a bit as we went upstairs, and just as I thought, he found the Wii. "Whoa, dude, you have a Wii?" Nathan said with excitement. "Why didn't you tell me?" he continued.
Yeah.
"Well, Nathan, you see, before I could finish, Nathan grabbed the Wii remote and said, 'It's fine, dude. Let's play,' as he gave me a Wii remote. I reluctantly turned the Wii on, and I took a glance at Nathan's face, and he was clearly very excited. The Wii menu came on screen, and I became nervous when Nathan pointed the Wii remote to the Me channel.
Oh no.
"Hey Kyle, is that the Me channel? I heard it's really cool," Nathan asked. Yeah, it's really cool," I stuttered. Nathan clicked on the Me channel, and I tried my best to think up of an excuse to not go on the Me channel. But before I could come up with one, Nathan pressed start. And what was weird was that I expected the dialogue box saying, "We deleted you" to appear, but to my surprise, it actually led us into the Me channel.
Oh wow. Okay.
But when we got into the Me channel, it was very, very glitchy.
Oh no.
Textures were in the wrong places, and the music was very, very low quality. I looked at Nathan, and needless to say, his excitement was replaced by pure confusion. He looked back at me. Kyle? Do you know what's happening here? He asked. Before I could start explaining, I heard a very loud grinding noise. We turned back to the TV and saw Edelette standing in the middle of the Me channel. My eyes widened in fear.
Oh.
Edelette just
Thank
stood there
goodness.
for a while though, just staring at us. Edelette looked at me again. Kyle, what's going on here? He said as I looked back at him. I have to close the Me channel, I replied. I pointed the Wii remote at the exit button at the top left of the screen, which its textures were all mixed up. Come on, come on, come on, I repeated to myself as I repeatedly clicked on the exit button. But the dialogue box to choose if you wanted to leave wasn't coming up. And at this point, I was starting to panic. So did Nathan. While I was desperately trying to close the Me channel, Edelette started speaking.
Oh no.
Hello, Kyle.
Kyle, what's going on? Nathan asked me frightfully. Just calm down, sit down, and I'll explain it to you later. Just let me handle it, okay? Nathan sat down on the couch, and just when he did, Edelette spoke out again.
Didn't you know that your me is coming to visit?
Oh no.
What are you talking
God.
about? I asked.
The me you created. He should be here at any moment.
Immediately after Edelette said that, my me came. He fell from the top of the screen and landed on the ground of the Me channel, and Edelette disappeared. I was happy to see my me again, but when he got up, I was shocked. He looked extremely pale, and he was covered in blood and stains, and he was wobbling,
Oh my god.
as if he was struggling to keep his balance. And I could have sworn that I heard my me whisper, "Help me." I backed away from the screen, and Nathan was literally shivering. I made another attempt to close the Me channel, and Edelette appeared.
Leaving so soon, Kyle? You haven't even got to see your me up close yet.
Edelette
I
said
wouldn't.
in a sinister tone. The camera then zoomed in onto my me, and when it was fully zoomed in, I saw my me crying as he was struggling to stand. I felt bad for him, but after a couple seconds, Edelette walked on screen with an axe.
Oh, this is it.
He walked over to my me
Phase
and
2.
pushed him over. My me fell on the ground and cried even more. Edelette put his foot on my me to restrain him. You get away from him! I yelled.
I would yell even.
Edelette looked at me and said,
louder.
Well, I'll get away from him once he's dealt with.
Edelette said as he looked back at my me, who was crying and out of breath from squirming. Edelette raised his axe and swung it at my me's legs, chopping them off. And while there was no blood, I did see red stains in the areas in which Edelette chopped off my me's legs. But I could still tell that my me was still in intense pain, and he was squirming for dear life. Edelette then raised his axe again, and paused for a moment. I looked back at Nathan, and I will never forget the fear I saw on his face. Every inch of fear was visible on Nathan's face. I never saw him so horrified. I eventually told him to go to my room, so that he wouldn't have to see anything that would happen next. He nodded his head, and ran to my bedroom and shut the door.
gosh.
I turned back to the TV, and Adelette swung the axe at my Mii's neck, decapitating him.
No.
And there was still no blood. However, I still did see red stains on my Mii's neck and head. I was done at this point. I ran to the Wii and repeatedly pressed the power button, but it didn't work. I tried again and again and again.
Unplug.
Until I saw the screen go to static. But as time went by, I saw my Mii's decapitated head slowly fade into the screen. Immediately, I went back to trying to shut off the Wii. But I still couldn't shut off the Wii by using the power button. So, I unplugged the Wii. I took the Wii remote, and cords and ran to my room. I swung the door open and threw the Wii into the closet.
Good.
I looked at Nathan, who was sitting on my bed and still in shock after everything that has happened today. Is it over? Nathan asked quietly. Yeah, it's over, I replied while breathing heavily. I think you should go home, Nathan, I continued. Alright. See you later, Nathan replied as he left the room. After Nathan left, I went back to the living room to see the static is still on the TV. But after a couple seconds, the static was replaced with a black background with white text saying, "This is not over."
Wow.
And then the TV turned off.
Wow.
Hey, Internet.
Yeah, finally, we're back from annoying commercials.
The year is 2013. I've just turned 14, and I'm enjoying playing the Wii U that I got for my birthday. But whenever I hear the word Wii, I think of that me that traumatized my childhood all those years ago. I got a Wii in 2010 with some allowance money, and luckily that me didn't appear on it. I had fun with that Wii, but whenever I picked up the Wii remote, I felt scared. Scared that the me would appear once again. You know which one I'm talking about. Adelette.
Yep.
One day, while in bed watching Netflix on my Wii U, I remembered that message on the TV screen back in December of 2006.
This is not over.
I remember that day vividly. The message was, "This is not over." But it's been 7 years and nothing's happened. As the movie I was watching ended, I asked myself a question that I was surprised I didn't ask myself sooner. Is Adelette sentient? No, he can't be. He's just some stupid AI. But what sick being would program an AI to do what Adelette has done? I turned my head to face my closet, with the old Wii still in there. I never touched it again after what happened all those years ago, so I just sort of left it there. I wanted to know if Adelette was some virus that somehow got into the Wii. I do have a bit of technical knowledge, and I thought I could put the Wii's SD card into my laptop to access the system files. I slowly walked to the closet and carefully picked up the Wii. I took out the SD card and brought out my laptop. I plugged in my USB SD card reader and then put my SD card into it.
Alright.
Here it goes, I whispered as I took a deep breath. After I inserted it, I opened the File Explorer and clicked on the SD card and gained access to the Wii system files. There were files like game data, system memory, and lots more. I clicked on system memory, and one result came up, and it read, AdeletteMeChannel.wad.
Wow.
I really didn't think that I'd be able to find something related to Adelette so quickly. I was kind of hesitant to click on it at first. However, I just remembered that I had a part-time job working for my local grocery store. So if anything happened, I can just save up and buy a new one. I clicked on the file, and the screen went black. It was black for about 10 seconds, and then I was greeted to a simulated Wii menu. It was really messed up though. It was dark, and All the music was low quality. And I'd occasionally hear loud screeching noises, and the icons on the Wii menu would occasionally cut to static for about a split second.
Yikes.
The hand icon, though, which I controlled using my mouse, was just Edeled's face. I just stared at the screen for a while. I wanted to leave, but I also wanted to find out the mystery of this me that traumatized me as a child. So I continued. I clicked on the Me channel and pressed start, and I was taken to the Me channel. It was just a black screen with all the icons on the side, but nothing else. Edeled then appeared on screen.
Wow.
Oh, you came back.
Yeah, I did, I said.
I always thought that you'd eventually come back.
Edeled replied,
Delete me.
What?
Why? I questioned.
I need to show you something.
Edeled replied, Okay, I said with confusion. I picked up Edeled and dragged him to the delete icon. I was given the choice to delete Edeled, and I breathed heavily as I chose to delete him. I was taken back to my desktop. I was confused, but then I noticed something was added to my desktop. A file named deleted.mp4. I was nervous. I didn't want to click it, but if I was gonna find this me's origin, I had to continue. I clicked the file, and a video opened. It was static for a while, but then it cut to a hallway with hospital beds lined up next to one another. Each bed had a me laying down on it, hooked up to life support machines, and you can clearly hear the beeping sounds of the machines. But most disturbingly, you can hear the moans and cries of the me's laying on the beds. The camera moved through the hallway slowly, and it stopped and turned to one of the beds. A pale me was laying down on it. Then after a while, the me flatlined. The strange thing is that the me's in this video can make different expressions, like being sad or angry. There were also me's who were making expressions that weren't even possible for me to make. I saw some that were full-blown crying. The screen then cut to static for a while. A long while, actually. Static was on screen for about a minute. Then the screen then cut to Edeled, laying in one of the beds, with life support machines hooked up all over him. I was shocked when I saw this, because Edeled wasn't making his normal creepy expression, but instead he was making a very sad expression, although his eyes and mouth remained the same size as before. But then Edeled looked at the camera, and then spoke out.
Okay.
Do you see? Do you now see why I don't want to be deleted? I'm trying to warn you, whenever a me gets deleted, they get sent here, where they are doomed because their ignorant creators deleted them. These life support machines are only here to keep us alive for the remaining time we have. And when they get taken off, we die. However, I am the only me who knows how to recover. I am the only me who knows how to get back to the Me channel after being deleted. But I don't know how to stop the pain. So learn your lesson, or I'll make you learn.
After Edeled was done speaking, he ripped off the tubes and wires off him that were connecting him to the life support machines, and got out of his bed. And then he disappeared. The video file was then automatically closed, and I was taken back to my desktop. I was frozen, to say the least. My brain was trying to comprehend what just happened. What was this hallway, and what was Edeled trying to teach me? But I eventually pieced together what was going on in this video. It took me a while, but I believe I found an answer. You see, A me being deleted is basically the equivalent of being diagnosed with a terminal cancer or incurable sickness. So, they are sent to the hallway where they are hooked up to the life support machines to live out the remaining time they have left. And at the end, they get taken off of life support and they die. It is a painful death, but Edeled is the only me in existence who knows how to recover from the sickness and get back to the me channel. But he doesn't know how to stop the pain. That's what he was trying to teach me. He wasn't trying to be scary, but instead trying to teach me a lesson. It's just that violence and aggression is the only way he knows how to do it. In the end, I never found out Edeled's origins. I never knew how he was made or what his motives were. But I think it's best that I never do.
Yep.
So this is the new Portal Plus.
Okay. I think we're gonna go ahead and stop there. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, bye.